Hello and welcome, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Let's begin with today's class. In today's class, we are going to study about Earth and our globe, right? So, as we know, we live on the planet Earth. As we all know that we live on planet Earth, you must have heard, read, and seen that the Earth is round. Everyone knows, or everyone have heard or read somewhere or have seen the pictures of the Earth, and you all know that our Earth is round. Since you live on Earth, you do not realize that the Earth is round. Because we live on this Earth, we can't realize or we cannot feel that the Earth is round. You cannot see its shape because the Earth is too vast. Why cannot we see the Earth's shape? Because Earth is very big, which means it is too vast. How can we prove that the Earth is round? So how can you prove that the Earth is round? No, right? But there are some people who have given us the pictures about and told us many things about the Earth, and that all things proves that the Earth is round. Let's see. If we go to the moon and look at the Earth, we observe that it is round. So the people who went to moon and from there they observed the Earth, or they looked at the Earth, they saw that the Earth was round, or the Earth is round. Many astronauts have taken photographs of the Earth from space, and the pictures shows the spherical or round shape of the Earth. So there are many astronauts who have seen or given us the pictures of the Earth from the space, right? And in that photos or in that pictures you can see that the Earth shape is spherical or round. Now let's see the globe. If you observe the globe, you all know that you all must have seen this globe. This is the globe of our Earth, right? So actually it is a duplicate or a mini version of the Earth, right? So the globe is the miniature version of our Earth, and you must have observed the globe. You will find horizontal and vertical lines drawn on it. So if you must have observed the globe, you can see this horizontal and vertical lines which is there on the globe, and these lines are actually not drawn on the Earth and are imaginary lines. So what these lines, see, if you see in this picture and in this picture, there is a very huge difference. Why? Because over here there are these lines and here we cannot see any lines. So actually this is just an imaginary lines which is drawn on the globe, but it is not, these lines are not on the Earth. The horizontal lines are called latitudes and the vertical lines are called longitudes. So the horizontal lines which are there on the globe are called as latitudes, and the vertical lines which are there on the globe are known as longitudes. So here is one activity you can do. If you have a globe at your home, you have to see that which horizontal line divides the globe into two equal parts. Then the second question is, name the upper part of the globe which lies in the north of the horizontal line, and name the lower part of the globe which lies to the south of the horizontal line. Then the third one is, name the other two dark parallel horizontal lines on the globe. So if you have a globe, you can look for these questions and answer it, right? Now we'll see this thing, that the Earth is divided into various zones according to the temperature and the heat of the sun. As we all know that our earth is not straight, in fact our earth is tilted. See, you can see it over here that our earth is tilted, and because of that the regions where the sunlight comes is only the half part, right? The other half is in the dark side. But because our earth revolves around the sun, right, the sun's light falls on the different parts while it revolves, right? So our earth is divided into various zones according to the temperature and the heat of the sun. So because of this reason, our earth has been divided into different zones. These zones are called as climatic zones or heat zones. See, as we can see that the sun rays are falling on the earth, right? But it is not falling equally everywhere, right? You can see that this is the direct rays which comes, this is a little bit tilted rays, right? So on every zone, climatic zone, the temperature is not same. With this figure we can see that the temperature is not same on all the zones of the earth. So the figure 5.4 shows the climatic zone of the earth. We can divide the earth into 3 zones according to the amount of heat received. So as I told that amount of heat is not falling on all the parts equally. So with this, because of this thing that the rays falling on the earth, we have divided the earth into different zones according to the amount of heat which is being received on a particular zone. So let's see which are that 3 zones. The zones which are the climatic zone which are divided into 3 parts are torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone, right? So in torrid zone the heat is extreme, there is a very heavy rainfall as well, there is high temperature, there is varied vegetation as well as varied animals living in this particular area, that is in torrid zone. You can see this is the torrid zone which is the above the equator, right? So in this region the heat level is extreme, the rainfall is also very heavy, the temperature is high, there are different kinds of vegetation and different types of animals as well. Then there is a temperate zone, you can see over here. So the heat over here is moderate, that is it is medium, the rainfall is also moderate, there is moderate temperature, few varieties of flora and fauna, which means birds and animals. There are very few varieties of flora and fauna, which means varieties of birds and animals. Then there is frigid zone. In frigid zone the amount of heat is very less, and because of this reason there is extreme cold, there is no rainfall, 9 months covered with ice and scanty grass, right? So in this region, that is in frigid zone, there is very high amount of cold, there is no rainfall, and out of 12 months 9 months are covered with ice and there is a scanty of grass, right? So these are the 3 climatic zones which we have studied today. We will continue the chapter in our next class. Thank you.